This is 100 grams of broccoli sprouts, and I eat this almost every day. Look at that beauty. Here's how. Hey guys, it's Robin and welcome back to the Science of Self-Care. Today we are doing a part 2 to my previous broccoli sprouts video, and we're specifically going to be focusing on how to eat 100 grams of broccoli sprouts in a single day and have it be enjoyable and delicious. I really appreciate the incredible response I got in my previous broccoli sprouts video. You guys left so many amazing recipes in the comments and ideas on how to incorporate broccoli sprouts into your everyday, and so I want to thank you for that. These comments are really what fueled my own fire and my own obsession with continuing to eat broccoli sprouts and actually up the quantity that I've been eating every day to around 100 grams when I'm really on my routine. That might sound like a lot, but one thing that has really helped me increase the quantity of sprouts that I eat every day is shifting my mindset. I used to think of sprouts more as a garnish to a meal. Now I really think of them as a main attraction and the main focal point of a meal, and this has made it a lot easier to have meals that include hefty amounts of sprouts, and I also enjoy it so much. They're so delicious when prepared in the right way. So just to review, sprouts contain 10 to 100 times the amount of glucoraphanin as compared to a mature broccoli head. Glucoraphanin is actually converted to sulforaphane in our bodies. Sulforaphane is an amazing antioxidant, anti-carcinogenic compound.
Like for 100 grams of fresh sprouts, you use something around like 40 milligrams of sulforaphane, can be basically you can get something around 40 milligrams of sulfur. That's a lot, right?
Broccoli sprouts are no joke, and if you are eating a lot of them regularly, the research says it will make a difference physiologically in your body. I feel like there's a difference. So I'm really excited to share 3 recipes with you today that make it relatively easy to eat 100 grams of broccoli sprouts in a single day. Let's get started. So the first recipe is one of my favorites, and I want to thank one of my viewers who turned me on to this in the comments of my last video, and it is making a sprout salad. So essentially the idea here is that instead of having lettuce as the base of your salad, you have sprouts as the base of your salad. And let me tell you, this is so incredibly delicious. I used to eat a lot of salads with iceberg and romaine, and these are not very nutrient dense or flavorful leaves. Having sprouts as a base not only is just so much more incredibly nutrient dense, but it also adds a more complex and delicious flavor in my opinion. You can literally start with just a bowl of sprouts doused in extra virgin olive oil, sprinkled with garlic salt, and it will blow your mind as to how delicious something so simple can be. But of course, if you're someone who likes to make really fancy salads, make your fanciest salad with a million toppings and just have sprouts as the base. You could have this for lunch regularly and you would be consuming so many broccoli sprouts without even changing too much. It's just this simple concept of switching your greens for sprouts. So thank you again to my viewers who have been sharing such incredible recipes that really inspire me. Okay, so second recipe. I came up with this idea while I was traveling and really into rice paper. I love making fresh rice paper spring rolls, and usually I used to put different vegetables like carrots and lettuce and chives, but instead of putting a lot of other vegetables, I now just put predominantly sprouts, and then I'll add some flavorful components like avocado, mango, and here's some smoked chicken. It is so yummy. Wrap this in some rice paper, make a bunch of them. If you have guests, they will absolutely love this. Make a really delicious peanut sauce or a tahini sauce on the side, and it's just so yummy, and again makes it very easy to eat large amounts of sprouts in a bit of a different way than you might normally consume sprouts. Highly recommend trying this recipe. Quick side note, on the day that I made these, I was very hungry, so these are not the most beautiful spring rolls because I was more concerned about getting them in my mouth, but regardless, they were so delicious, so nutritious, and I just want to remind you that your meals don't always have to be Instagram perfect. If they are made with love and they're healthy and nourishing your body, that is more than good enough. Third recipe is making a sprout heavy smoothie, and I got so many interesting smoothie ideas from you guys in the comments with soy sauce and Tabasco sauce and coconut milk. For me, I have really been loving having a heavy dose of sprouts with a good dollop of creamy coconut milk, a splash of lime, and then some berries and some protein powder. Again, I think the creaminess of the coconut milk really complements the sprouts, and I absolutely love this recipe. I think sprout smoothies are really for the people people who want to reap the benefits of sprouts but aren't necessarily a huge fan of the taste or the consistency of sprouts. So a few quick notes on consuming sprouts regularly. If you consume fresh sprouts, there is a risk of eating contaminated sprouts. If you are making them at home, you really need to be diligent about rinsing them constantly, ideally every 6 hours. So I actually haven't been sprouting my own sprouts. What I like to do is buy them from a really trustworthy source. I love this brand of sprouts at my local health food store. I think I really trust a farm that specializes in growing sprouts over my homemade sprouts because I'm assuming that a good quality farm is going to take all the proper precautions to avoid contamination. Obviously, it's a risk you run if you are eating fresh sprouts. If I ever just have any doubts at all, I will either throw them away, or if they look good but I'm having kind of subtle doubts, I'll just stir fry my sprouts, and they're also so good stir fried, so that's an option if you are concerned about contamination. Another way to consume sprouts is to eat freeze-dried capsules of broccoli sprouts. They're not the cheapest, and I personally would rather eat them fresh, but if you are short on time or you are just kind of nervous about the contamination risk, I would definitely consider trying freeze-dried broccoli sprouts. I would love to know if you have any favorite recipes. Let's get some really great conversations started in the comments. I love creating a community of people who are interested in health and wellness here on YouTube. So please do share your wisdoms and personal experiences. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you next time.